Okay guys, what we're gonna work on today is we're gonna start working on our dinette. So we're gonna mark 33 inches tall. Okay, right there, 66. So they're both at 33. We're gonna take our T-square, push that out the way. Check it out. Yep, looks good. Square along there. Make that mark. And we're gonna make this one. Throw that on the ground. We don't need that right now. Okay, and then this one. Okay, and then I know I need it to be 33 inches tall, 37 inches wide is what I ordered. So come over here, we'll mark 37. We'll go 37. And then we'll go 37. Okay, just like that. Now, how wide is this? 11 inches. We'll see if we're gonna use that or not. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece, and I'm gonna take my saw, and we're gonna clamp this piece onto this board so we got a nice straight line. So essentially what we're gonna do, take this guy, I'm gonna mark this, make sure it looks square, which it looks pretty darn close if you ask me. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna take our saw, we're gonna set it up. I don't know if you guys can see, we're looking at this line up against the edge of the wood. So we're gonna set this one right there. We're gonna take a clamp, just like that. Take our clamp, clamp her down. Okay, make sure she's nice and tight. Come over here to the other side. Do the same thing. From here to here, 12 1/4. So we're gonna measure 12 1/4. So like that. We're gonna clamp this side down. I knew one of these was messed up. I guess it's this one. There we go. She's not happy. She's not a happy camper. Okay. Tighten this up. Check it again. 12 1/4 is what we're going for. Check that out. Okay, 12 1/4. Tighten that up. Good. And good. So now we're gonna cut right down the top of this. We're gonna check and make sure I'm not gonna cut into the top of my sawhorses, and right there I will. So pull this girl over just a little bit. Don't need to be much. check again. Looks like we'll be all right. This one could go in just a hair. Okay. So now, having this guide board right here makes it really easy. All you gotta do is hold your saw up against your guide board, cut down the line. Now I'm only going to cut to this line because I'm not sure if I'm going to, I might be able to use this piece somewhere. So obviously this is going to be rim and this is going to be rim. So now all I'll do is cut this piece along the line I marked. Go figure. Gotta loosen this guy up. Move it out the way. Okay, just like that. So that's a scrap piece. We might be able to use it somewhere else. We'll do the same thing for these guys here. But look how much straighter that is when you use your guide. Kind of cheating, but it is what it is. It's a way to make your life easier, I guess, especially on long cuts. On this little short one going across, I'm not too worried about it, so I'm probably just going to cut them because I got it marked. So we'll move our stuff out the way like so. Let's grab us another sawhorse. Maybe two of them. Around here, like so. Put that one under there. Take this one. We're gonna pull it out a little bit. Like so. And we'll take this one. And we'll slide it. Let's see. We'll slide this one under here for now. Probably be just fine. We'll grab our saw, cut down our line. There's one piece. Cut the next one. There's one, guys. And take this one. Slide her over. Slide this guy over. Probably just fine like this, and I'll just hold on to this one. Alrighty guys, just like that, we got our two end pieces cut. Now I'll see you in the RV. Okay guys, here we are back in the RV. I just pulled that handle off of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, these are the two old pieces. So here's 1 and 2, okay? Now, as you can see, there's a bunch of hoses and stuff that go through there. So what I'm going to do, and then there's some holes cut in the front one, and that's where the switch panel goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the new pieces down. I'm going to take a marker, I'm going to trace it all out, and then we'll have the new pieces or we'll have the markings on the new pieces. So basically all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay these down. Here's one. Lay this one on top of it. There's two. As you can see, they're a little taller and a little bit longer, but I want the marks to be in the same place. I'm gonna mark them out. I'm gonna set this down, set you guys down over here. You can see what I'm working on. Just like that. Okay. So first one goes like this. It don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna mark it just like that. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so there's the first one. Grab our second one. Lay our second one down. Like that. Okay. Here's our second one. Like so. Hold over here. Make sure she's straight. Mark our cuts. Alright guys, just like that. Pretty simple and easy. So now I'll see you guys back in the garage and we'll make our cuts. Alright guys, here we are back in the garage. What I got here is a drill bit. I'm going to drill my two corners. There's one. Two. Grab our saw. Okay. Then we're going to grab our jigsaw here. Here's our jigsaw. Then we go get some power. Okay guys, here I am back with some power for the jigsaw. Kinda. I gotta go plug it into the wall. Okay, now I'm back and I got power on my jigsaw. I'm gonna feed my jigsaw blade through the hole that I just drilled. I'm gonna knock you guys down. I'll show you. As you can see, the jigsaw blade goes in there. We're just gonna cut across. So let's see if I can record this. Move this. We're not dropping nothing. Just like that. Pretty simple. We'll do the same thing for these holes. I'm gonna drill 4 holes. Take the jigsaw, cut it out. We'll have some nice squares. So I'll see you guys back in the RV. Okay guys, here we are back in the RV. As you can see, I've got my couple pieces cut. Got my squares cut out on that side. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mount the one to this side and the same thing on the other side. We're gonna time lapse that because it's pretty simple. Just kind of putting in some screws, putting in our corner cleats. I think it's called the cleats, like a corner cleat. Okay, so that's gonna go essentially just like this. Boom, just like how we took them out. We'll put one on the top, one on the bottom. We'll screw to the cabinet here, probably through this front fascia because it's a little bit thicker. And then on the side, we'll just have our corner cleats, boom, boom, boom. And when we tie it all together, it'll be nice and strong. So I'm gonna time lapse all this and we'll see you guys once I get these two pieces on. Okay guys, and just like that, we got the start of our new dinette. You can see, nice and sturdy on this side. This side's still gonna be a little bit flimsy, but that's not a big deal because once we tie it together with the bench seat and everything, it should be good to go. So next step, we're gonna figure out how high up we wanna be sitting, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that. Okay guys, here we are. This is what we're gonna do. So, I know that the top piece, I had already kind of got a rough estimate of how I wanted to build this dinette section before I started. So I already sent off the measurements for the cushions to be made at the upholstery shop. So I know that the top piece is going to be 16.5 inches tall. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 16.5 inches, okay, from the top down, 16.5. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to take this bucket and get a rough idea. So, this bucket sits about 1.5 inches down from the 16.5 inches, okay? Now, that cushion is 3 inches thick, the bottom cushion. So what I'm going to do is I'm basing it based off of this. So when I sit on this bucket, this isn't bad. Like, it's easy to get up from, it's easy to sit down, it's not comfortable, or it's not, excuse me, uncomfortable. RVs are definitely a little bit smaller, so obviously you can't have, you know, a freaking seat that's way up here when your head's gonna be hitting this, okay? So I'm basing the height off of this bucket. I also, like I said, know that I have 16.5 inches from the top to the bottom. Now, if I put the wood at this mark is right above the bucket, so it's 1.5 inches higher than the bucket. So from the floor to the top is 16.5 inches. Okay, so we split it right down the middle. Now, if I put the wood here, okay, it's gonna raise this up 3 inches, right? Because that cushion is gonna sit on top of the wood. Well, when you sit down on the cushion, okay, it's not, obviously it's not gonna hold all of your weight. So it's probably gonna squish, I'm gonna say 1.5 inches. So that being said, the top cushion is gonna hang over the top of this wood by about 1.5 inches. And to be 100% honest, I'm really not that worried about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my seat is gonna be right at 16.5 inches. Maybe we'll just go 16 and make it even. This bucket is at 14 3/4. So we're gonna gain another 1.25 inches over the bucket. I think that's gonna be perfect seating height. And like I said, it's gonna leave the top cushion just 1.5 inches over the top of this backer piece. And if you look at a lot of RVs, a lot of them are already like that. So same thing here. So if I measure on this side, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but 1.5 inches, that'll put the top cushion. Make sure you guys can see it. If we measure 1.5 inches, it puts the top cushion right here level with the countertop. What I might do on this side is I might build myself a nice little flip up countertop. We'll see if I can make it to where it doesn't get in the way when it's laid down of the drawers, but that'd be awesome. Get you a little bit more cooking space in here. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure all the way around, 16.5 inches up from the floor, Same thing over there. We're gonna put ourselves a nice little line, and we're gonna start building the seats for the dinette. I need to move that because it's not centered, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, that's what we're gonna work on now, and I'll see you guys when we get done with that. Okay guys, I know from the floor up to this mark, I measured at 16 3/8. So my bases are 18 inches long, my base cushions, okay? So they'll be like here as you sit down, right? So I'm gonna build two squares, all right? I'm gonna build them 18 inches long by 16 3/8 up. So So we'll go in the garage, we'll cut those. I'll show you how I'm going to mount them, and I'll see you for our two little corner pieces like I was just talking. So we're going to go 16 3/8. Okay. I always like to mark it in 3 places, even though we're going to use this square. I like to mark it in 3 places, just to make sure whatever edge I'm measuring off of, it is in fact square. It's a square cut. So look at that, right on the money. So we'll draw our line, okay? And we're going to take and go. So there's, what did I say, 16 3/8. So now we're going to measure 18 inches, because that's how wide it needs to be. There, 18 inches right there. Measure from this side, 18 inches. And 18 inches, just like that. Take our square, we'll draw our lines, like this. Yeah, looks good and square to me. Same thing here. Yeah, looks good. Awesome. So now that we got that, we're going to go ahead and cut it. But before I cut it, because these are going to be the seat pieces, I don't want them to be crooked. So we're going to do the whole wood clamp saw thing again. So I've already showed you guys before how I do this. So we're just going to time lapse through it, and we'll see you back in the trailer. Okay guys, this is going to be the end of this video. There's a lot going on to building this dinette, so I'm probably going to have 3 videos on it, but I just wanted to show you guys how far we got here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.